Hey guys, and welcome to your first challenge in the Be Financially Fit group. This challenge is going to seem a little obvious, but it is super important, and that is finding out where your money is going. We cannot tell your money where to go or find extra money to throw at debt if we don't know how much you are spending each and every month. Now, I know some of you guys have really awesome budgets in place already, and some of you guys have never done a budget in your life, and that is totally okay. I think that this activity is going to be helpful for all of you guys because things change. We'd like to think that our finances are going to be exactly the same every month, but it is an evolving thing, and it's something that even if we have the best budget in place, we need to keep track of. So number one is going to be figuring out what your expenses are. I'm assuming most of us use credit cards or debit cards just because our world is so technologically advanced. That's what we do. If you do use cash, that's awesome. It might make this a little bit harder for you. But what I want you to do is find your bank statements or print them off online. Find receipts or anything for as far back as you can go. I say it's really good to start like with the last 3 months, but if you can look at like your electric bill or your internet bill or things for the entire past year, that's awesome because what you can do is you can take your electric bill for the entire year. I'm from Minnesota, so things can change. You know, our electric bill is higher in the summer because we're pumping the AC, and then in the winter our propane bill is higher because of heat. So if you can find an entire year and take that average for a monthly average, that is awesome. If you just can go back and look at the last 3 months, that's fine too. So number one is figuring out your expenses. And you guys, I'm talking like everything. Your house, your electricity, your cell phone, your internet, your kids' dance lessons. Think about things that you only pay for on a yearly basis. I'm an Amazon Prime member, but I don't even know what it is off the top of my head, $70 membership once a year. So technically, if I were to take 70 divided by 12, there you go. That's a monthly cost towards my Amazon Prime, even though that's only a once a year expense in a sense. So really think about what are we spending money on every single month, once a year, whatever it is. Start there. And then number two is going to be finding a budget form that works for you. You can go to Pinterest and type in monthly budget. You can get as specific as a monthly budget for a family of 4, things like that. There's tons of apps. There's tons of information out there. And I'm not going to suggest, I will tell you my favorite one that I've used, but I'm not going to suggest that one is better than the other because all of our brains work differently. You might be a pen and paper kind of person, and that is totally fine. As long as you are sitting writing out, typing out everywhere that your money is going every month, along with the average of how much income you bring in every month, because we want to figure out where that is. Do you have extra income at the end of the month that you can throw at debt, or are you barely just breaking even? Are you in the red every month and we need to cut expenses before you can even think about paying off more debt? So find a budgeting program or a spreadsheet or a notebook system that works for you. I will say that my favorite budgeting app is called, or it's a website and it's an app, and it's called everydollar.com, and I'll put that in the links below. And that is actually Dave Ramsey created this program, and it's awesome. He has kind of like a general budget thing that you can put in there, but then also you can personalize it, and then it's an app on your phone, which is going to lead me into my next point, which is tracking. So from here on out, if you're out at the grocery store and you spend whatever you spend, $50 at the grocery store, you can take your phone out and type in $50 and keep a running total of everything that you are spending that month. And this is really good too moving forward. If you look back and you honestly have no idea where to start with how much money you guys spend on gas, on groceries, things like that, just get this app. There's lots of budgeting apps. Like I said, I use the everydollar.com one, but then when you're on the go, you can keep track of it. And a month from now, you can look at it and see, okay, this month we spent this much on groceries. Can we make this better or worse next month? Because the thing is with budgeting and being financially smart is, like I said, it is ongoing. This isn't just we create this and this is going to work for the rest of your life. No, it is something you have to continually keep up with. So everydollar.com. And the other cool thing about that is we will talk a little bit more about Dave Ramsey's baby steps that he calls it. This is not a Dave Ramsey group, but I do think that he's kind of the master and has a lot of knowledge. So that program also correlates with his baby steps. So if you wanted to go and Google his baby steps, you're going to kind of see how that works together. So that is my suggestion for budgeting and finding tracking. And so the last step is step 3 is tracking. We're going to go back and we're going to find everything, but from here on out, you now have to keep track of your expenses. So an app is awesome, or you can just do the good old fashioned, save all of your receipts, tuck them in a jar, and at the end of the week, sit down on Sunday nights with your significant other and write down, what did we spend this week on food? What did we spend this week on gas? What did we spend this week on this? And that's a really awesome way to keep track of what you're spending. My husband and I did this, and it was so funny. He's like, can we be done saving the receipts now? Because it's so not like us. And like I said, technology. Do you want a receipt? No, I don't need it. I'll just look at my bank statement. But the problem is we never look at our bank statement. And before we know it, we've spent $30 this month at Caribou Coffee or 20 at Cenex buying pop every time we fill up gas. And you guys, if you want to be debt free, yes, you can make those splurges every once in a while, but it cannot be a daily thing. So you need to keep track of where your money is going. I want to keep this assignment short and sweet, so I'm just going to recap what your guys' assignment is. Number 1, figure out where your money is going. Look at your past bank statements, your monthly bills, figure out and do not leave anything out, even if it's just a yearly subscription or something like that. Number 2 is finding a budgeting form or an app or some system that works for you, that it's going to help you and your family keep track of where your money is going every month. And number 3 is from here on out, you are going to be tracking where you're what you're spending, where it's going. And the last thing is, for those of you who do have a budget form or do use a budget app that you really like, or as you guys are going out and exploring, please comment that in our group. Share that with people, you guys, because maybe someone found something and it's not really working for them and they want to try something different. Or maybe someone found something really awesome and they think everybody should try it. So definitely comment below with what you're finding, and I am super excited to hear how this first challenge goes.